What I guess I'd like to say, since you gave Coach the mic, the record of this team in no way reflects what this season was like. And again, this is the story that people need to know about this team. This is the most fun I've had coaching. They were incredible to coach every single time out. I had 10 sets of eyes locked in on my eyes, nodding, yep, coach, okay, asking a follow-up question. Whenever I'm away from them, this is a team that I never, ever had to worry about clicks or blaming others. When they went into that locker room, it was positive, productive, and this group of 4 seniors truly changed the culture of our program. When you take over a program and you gotta change a culture, there's some growing pains in there. And this team, for the first time again, was awesome. And so people are going to look at our record and they'll tell me, oh, coach, man, tough year. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? I love coming to practice every day. And the worst thing about my day today is I don't get to go to basketball practice. I don't get to coach them. Tomorrow. Now, Taylor Ortlepp, Georgia Pinot, Emma Guy, 3 unbelievable sophomores, along with Sydney Lowry and Milan Morris as freshmen. What an incredible future. But again, today was really about the leadership of Andy Anastas, the kid off the hockey team. Rachel Gartner, who's a captain who you guys don't get to see play very much, but I get to see play every day. Katie Quant, who's willing to give up give up the me for the we, and Marty Mosetti. And the 4 of them changed the culture of this program in so many positive ways, and I'm just so proud to have coached them. And anyway, thanks for giving me the mic. I'll take we'll take any questions that you have.
Right here on the 5th row on the aisle.
Paulie, Cardinal couple. Coach, this is a 2-point game after the 3rd quarter. UNC went on a 10-0 run. What were they doing to get that run started?
So we did a really nice job on number 44, Janelle Bailey, in the first half. And you saw those double teams really frustrated her. And we continued to do a nice job. And so what she did, there's a reason that she was the USA Basketball Player of the Year. She stepped out. She stepped out and she started hitting jump shots. And to her credit, here's a big, strong, athletic kid who's an incredible scorer inside, who knocked down, I'm not sure whether it was 3, 4, mid-range jump shots. And the other big key was 2 of their players. Look, everybody knows North Carolina has 3 players that score all their points, right? Well, guess what? In that 10-0 run, the 2 3-pointers came from number 1, Taylor Conan, and from number 30, Jalen Murray. And those 2 kids stepped up and banged huge threes. And so really, you have to give North Carolina the credit. And I told the team this in the locker room. North Carolina had to step up and make big-time plays to beat us. To their credit, they did. They have a Hall of Fame coach. They've got really, really good players, and it was, like I said, it was a hard-fought battle, and we came a couple basketball plays away from being able to win it.
Over here on the left.
Jim Sumner, Duke Basketball Report. Question for Taylor. When you were getting good looks at 3, you were knocking them down. All of a sudden, in the second half, you stopped getting good looks. What did Carolina do to turn that around?
Yeah, definitely. I think we didn't really change much with our offensive play, but they were just identifying us early, picking us up in transition, and they were switching harder out on our offensive sets, so it made it more difficult to get open. But I think we still worked together to get good looks at the basket, and as a team, we kept in the fight.
The one thing I'll say for Taylor is that we still continue to run plays to Taylor. And we actually like it when people pay more attention to her. It's a kind of a win-win. If she gets an open shot, we'll take that. If they commit 2 people to her, Taylor's a really good player getting to the rim, driving addition. She created some movement for us, and I thought she did a really nice job with that today too.
Please raise your hand if you have a question. Any more questions? Right here on the right.
Ariel Chambers, Summit Hoops. I actually have 2 questions, but
Sure.
We'll start with Coach. I know you briefly touched on this in your introduction. What would you like people to know about Boston College's program it isn't necessarily on record, but what would you like them to take away from the Eagles program?
Yeah, like I said, this is a team that, to put in context, had 4 seniors that maybe weren't our leading scorers and the star players, but they created a culture that is going to continue Boston College women's basketball into the future. And we built this, the basketball side of things around 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen that really were our 5 leading scorers, right? And a 50-year hockey kid. And you know what? It was just like I said, really, really fun every single day to watch them learn and compete and listen and just play for each other and all the things that we preach every day. And like I said, I know that's not reflected in the record, but this was not a tough year. I hate losing, and losing does wear on people. But what I learned about my team is what they can do when adversity hits, when you lose a few games in a row, when you lose a close game, when you can't quite get over the hump. Is at no point did they ever point fingers, quit, pout. And that says more. I'm so much more concerned with the content of their character and who they are. And again, as a parent and as a coach, that just makes me proud to be part of this group.
And, for Taylor, in the past 2 meetups, you've gotten 23 and 20, and this meetup was no different. How do you keep that confidence in shooting?
I mean, it stems from my team. We all work together. We work really hard. Our focus today was running out in transition, taking advantage of their defensive style. And I think I know my position on this team, and having confidence to take the shot when I'm open and pass when I need to, when I'm guarded, it just comes naturally to me, and it's a team game. So, yeah.
Taylor, you and Andy basically shot you all the way back into this game in the second quarter here. Is 6 threes a career high for you?
Actually, no, it's not.
She doesn't know her own stats, which says a lot about her. But yeah, actually, it's not. I think she had 7 in our last game at Syracuse, and she has been on a nice little shooting roll. So appreciate you giving her a shout out, and obviously that helps when the ball's going to the basket. And she's really worked hard to get to that point.